Much for staying with us. Now let's talk about Wrkman. That's an app that connects users to verified and reliable service providers, artisans, and all around them within minutes. Those who remember will know that, was it in the 80s or the 90s, that we had the Ali Must Go, the Ghana Must Go saga. One of the challenges of Nigeria at the time was that most of the artisans were not Nigerians, and we had to let them into our homes. Even now, I am aware that builders in the construction industry in particular are complaining that most of the people that they have to work with are not Nigerians as well. But one of the things we hear now is that this Wrkman app includes artisans, gives you service providers and artisans, including electricians, plumbers, AC and fridge repairs, carpenters, painters, auto mechanics, makeup artists, photographers, aluminium workers, barbers, hairdressers. Wait, no presenters? Anyway, let's ask the Wrkman CEO and founder, Mr. Tudebo. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
How have you been?
I'm doing well, doing very well.
This is quite a list.
Yes.
And I'm sure it is not exhaustive.
No.
But tell us what informed this for you.
So Wrkman is a project of necessity and of passion for me. And I started Wrkman about Wrkman ago out of a situation where I was out of town. I was coming from Benin, and our car got stuck, and we didn't have any help to anybody to help us. So at that point, I was like, how could this be that in the age of technology, we couldn't get anybody to actually help you find somebody with your phone? And that's when the light bulb went off. And I decided, it's time for someone to actually take this on, because one is a need, and one, I believed at the time that it would change the trajectory of not just the users, but also a lot of our domestic workers and service providers that are looking for ways to actually showcase their skills.
Interesting. And how has it been? Maybe I should first of all start by asking you what your view is on engaging artisans through such a home service platform like Wrkman in Nigeria.
It's been interesting. It's been rewarding. It's been good. It has its challenges. However, we feel like I said, it's something everybody needed. Today, if you're not using a platform, your only recourse to getting service providers is one, either asking your neighbors or your friends or whoever you have access to. And those people, the people they recommend, may not necessarily be the best people for that job. Even some people would say, hey, I recommend this guy, but he might give you trouble, something like that. So they're not even sure of who they're recommending. And what the app does is basically sets up a level playing field. You know who you're getting. You've seen what people say about them, because we have a review mechanism on the app, and you can show what they see. You can see pictures of the work they've done, and so you know who you're bringing. And the fact that it's from a platform, we actually guarantee that whoever is coming to your home is vetted. The person, we know who he is, we know where he is, and we also have a mechanism to track them.
Maybe by way of comparison, is this anything like Uber, Bolt? And
it's practically Uber for artisans.
Oh, Uber for artisans. So,
yes.
Give us a user journey that exemplifies how this Wrkman app seamlessly integrates into their schedules.
Well, you'll be a perfect example. You're here, you're working all day, but there is a problem at home, your refrigerator is not working, and everybody's relying on you to be home to get an artisan to come to the house. But if you have an app like Wrkman, You could be here, and maybe during breaks, you pick up your phone, you request for a refrigerator guy. It shows up at your house. We know that someone is home. The guy goes there, assesses the job, they message you, and you can get everything done within hours, and the job will be done. You don't have to wait on no one.
But is there also that security issue? I know you talked about, some kind of verification process. What's that verification process,
So
for artisans?
before an artisan comes on board, they have to actually go through a vetting process. We get all of the relevant KYC information, the name, address, the NIN, and all the relevant things. And when you come in, you are restricted to a certain amount of job in terms of value. And apart from that, we also do what we call a secondary verification, which is when we see that you're actually taking larger value money, then we do a physical verification on you. And also, like I mentioned, the app does have a mechanism to track the location of the artisans in relation to where the customer is. So, and customer service are also involved. So there are multiple levels that checks the security challenges. And so far, so good. We've had minimal security issues. Okay. None of our customers have complained about us bringing them somebody who pose a security on them.
Well, you also talked about challenges.
Yes.
You said that there are challenges. So what are some of the challenges that you faced in building this ecosystem?
It's still ongoing, but we are getting better by the day. One of the biggest ones, I think, is lack of education for a lot of providers, understanding the nuances of how to provide a proper service. So there is a lot of hand-holding to tell them how to do this, how to, prepare themselves, how to present themselves when they get to a customer, how to write a quote, something simple as a quote, writing a proper quote. And those are the kind of things that on the side for providers who are on the platform, we're planning trainings for them so that they can learn some of these soft skills. So it's not just about you knowing how to put a table together, but how do you explain to a customer that this and this is what you're going to do to put that table together for the customer.
So two things are on my mind right now. One is the costing, and two is the feedback.
Yes.
Let's start with the costing.
Yes.
How does that work? Do you bill for the client, the artisan, or does the artisan do the billing directly?
No. The way the process is, an artisan comes to your house, to your property, and assesses the job. Once you make that request on the app, they come, assess the job. Once they assess the job, they now give you their quote. Now, everything is negotiable. So you can negotiate with the client, with the artisan, to ask them about how much you think it's worth versus what they are quoting. It's a negotiation process. Once there is an agreement made between the artisan and the client pays to Wrkman. And that is the guarantee that we provide to customers, because we do not release money to the provider until you say that the job is done. And if the job is not done right, there are two options. Either the customer comes back, the artisan comes back to fix the issue, or we make a refund or we get somebody else to do it. If all else fails, you're refunded your money.
Interesting. Okay, how about the feedback mechanism?
So, well, you can give feedbacks on the artisan that came to your house. Just like Uber, they come, they do a good job, ratings and reviews. You can write reviews once your job is completed. And if the artisan did bad, you write how you feel about the job. And also you can definitely review us on the App Store and give all this. But the feedback has been pretty good so far.
What are some of the, forgive me for saying, I don't want to be a messenger of doom, or a naysayer, but hey, this is the world.
Yes.
Anything can happen, and as you said, it's an ongoing process.
Yeah.
So God forbid that you find a situation where a service provider behaved criminally, so to speak, through your app.
Yes.
What are the likely measures, particularly when the client is really peeved, possibly even arrested? You know, the fellow and said, oh, I got this fellow from Wrkman. Do you have any intervention in that?
We do. I mean, we allow for, if a service provider performs criminally, we allow for full criminal prosecution of that artisan. They are automatically expelled from the platform, and we take responsibility for whatever, as long as it came from the platform. And the caveat is the customer went through the platform to perform the job, because we've had situations where clients also try to circumvent the platform only to run into issues and expect the platform to take responsibility.
Wait a minute. How does that work? Give us an example.
An example is having a service provider come and tell the service provider, let's go offline.
Oh.
Yes, and tell, hey, I'm going to give you less money for this job if you get rid of the platform, which is common. And we see that all the time. And what we've consistently saw is the minute they go off the platform, that's when the recipe for disaster starts, because then no one is held to account. We've had people give service providers close to 500,000 naira and they have absconded, and they now come back to the platform to say, hey, I can't find this guy and all of that. But we always try to educate them that the reason you came to the platform is for that security, to make sure that you're covered. And we provide that. And for the most part, all of the service providers that have come through the platform, and if everybody follows the process, it has been successful.
Okay, just before I continue,
yes,
give us a website or maybe the app or whatever it is that people can.
So you can go on the App Store, Play Store, and type in Wrkman, or word, Wrkman.
So Wrkman without the O.
Without the O.
Okay.
Yes, or you can go to our website, wrkmanapp.com, or you can send us a message on WhatsApp. We have links to WhatsApp from our social media at Wrkman HQ, and we are everywhere. If you search Wrkman anywhere, it'll come up as Wrkman.
Okay, just to be clear, it's Wrkman without the letter O.
Yes.
And so if you check now, this is what you will find. I can see Wrkmanapp.com, and it is right there. So people can actually go now and download on App Store and on Play Store.
Yes.
Okay. So now the question, a number of days, a vehicle, some people will remember. You probably remember it as well. The vehicle is called Citron. It was in the 70s, I think. It's the only vehicle at the time where you turned your steering to the left. The headlights focused to the left.
Yes.
You turned your vehicle to the right.
I remember that.
The headlamps went to the right. So raising the standard. So those who say that the app, okay, so that's the website right there on your screen. And if you need help finding service providers around you, information is right there. Of course, you can also access that site on your phone so that you can just tap on both, either any of those two black boxes, and they take you to the App Store. So it raises the question then that a number of people said that Citron was a vehicle made for a future that it came before.
Yes.
Okay. It came before its time. Is this app coming before its time?
Not at all.
It's just coming.
It's actually the perfect app for this time. Because, as you know, we are in the technology age. No one is afraid of online stuff any longer. Well, maybe some people are still skeptical, but you find that it's just not the most effective way to get things done these days is actually online. So the minute you're able to get things done, it's faster, it's easier, you don't have to worry, there is a lot of security around it. So Wrkman is not just, it's not for the future at all. We're here to stay. We have thousands of people that have downloaded and are on the platform. We have hundreds of requests a day. Wow. And people are seeing the value. And a lot of people have had a terrible experience of finding Artisan. And for those that are experiencing those things, and it's a continuous process, everybody experiences it. And that's why I said it was a needed app. Okay. And so, yeah.
Okay, is it just domesticated to Lagos or? No,
we are currently in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Ibadan, Owerri. However, we are rapidly expanding. So you'll be seeing more of us through the country very soon.
So there is someone watching right now, listening to you right now, and wants to register on this platform so that he can also get automated requests for his services. Yes. How do they also get on?
So we have a separate app called Wrkman Pro, Wrkman Provider. And that is the one that, just like Uber has Uber and Uber drivers, what the drivers use, we have Wrkman Provider, and that's the one that the providers go into, put up all their information, their KYC is done on the app, and that's the one that they use to run their process.
Okay, so this one is for users, this is for users, this is for providers as well.
Yes, there is a provider app.
On the screen. Okay.
Yes.
I'm assuming that the providers have to pay some money before they get on?
Yeah, there is a subscription process. It's very cheap.
Okay.
There's a registration process for $3,000.
Okay.
And you can choose, that's just the basic, and you can choose to subscribe monthly or 3 months, or there's another level of subscription. So yes,
what jobs are not covered? Does this cover cooks?
It covers catering. There are catering service.
Okay.
We have many services. Obviously, there are some we still don't have. Over time, we are adding more services as we find them. As a matter of fact, a lot of people come to us, how come my service is not on the platform? We just tell everybody to.
I can see that on the screen. You can see find help, find providers, and then find customers, and set your schedule. What does that mean?
Yes. The provider can pick out what their schedule is. Basically, if you only want to be seen from 12 p.m. to 6. Okay. And users can also, when they're making a request, if you want a provider to come to your house 2 days later or 3 days later, you can schedule the job, and then 24 hours to that time, you get reminders as to when this thing would happen.
Interesting. So do you have any partnerships on this project, or is just?
We're working on partnerships. We have some hotels that we're servicing. We have some other things. There is a partnership that we're working on right now with Airtel, just to support Airtel in the installation of all of their ODUs. Okay. That is ongoing now, and some other potential ones that we're cooking up. So.
Okay, so. I know you have stated your expansion plans, but do you want to speak a little more in-depthly about it? Say in a particular state now, there are no Wrkman service providers, or there is a particular service sector that is not already covered by the Wrkman app. What are the future plans?
So the future plan is really, number one, to cover the country. That is our goal. And once we are able to cover the country, our next goal is to go into Ghana, Kenya. We're looking at sort of South Africa and possibly London. Those are our aspirations. But for now, the goal is to cover the country.
I hope you know what is going on in Ghana. Just to be clear,
right now. We will, we always find challenges, but we'll work around it.
We can only wish you the best, Mr. Ebo. Thank you so much for your time this morning. This is actually quite ingenious. The Wrkman app connecting users to verified and reliable service providers, artisans around them within minutes. And we can only wish you the best.
Thank you
so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Today, Ebo is CEO, founder, Wrkman. Again, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, when we return in this next conversation, we want to look at a population in this country that numbers more than 35 million people. How much attention are they getting when we return?